Zhao Liying and Tan Songyun, the hidden rivalry shaking Chinese showbiz, when fame turns into a battlefield. In the world of Chinese entertainment, few names shine brighter than Zhao Liying and Tan Songyun. Zhao, the powerhouse, the unshakable queen of ratings, adored for her resilience and decades-long reign. Tan, the gentle yet formidable force, known for her natural charm and emotional depth. But fame has a funny way of turning admiration into competition. When two talented women with devoted fanbases share the same stage, the industry often forces them into rivalry, even when they never intended it. What makes this tension more gripping is their contrast. Zhao represents hard-won power, while Tan embodies quiet sincerity. Both are beloved, but only one can hold the spotlight when a story demands a single center. And lately, that spotlight seems to be flickering in Zhao's favor, leaving fans to wonder, was it earned or engineered? The upcoming historical series featuring Tan Songyun and Ho Mingho was expected to be a year-end sensation, a visually stunning production with layered storytelling and a strong female lead. Tan's role as a clever, independent heroine was designed to showcase her evolution as an actress, breaking free from her image as the sweet girl next door. But things took a mysterious turn. Just weeks before release, whispers emerged claiming that Tan's scenes had been drastically cut during post-production. In their place, additional footage of a new supporting character, played by none other than Zhao Liying, began to surface. It didn't take long before online communities exploded. Fans started piecing together fragments from leaked trailers and comparing old scripts, discovering subtle but telling changes. Zhao's cameo, once described as a brief guest role, now seemed pivotal to the plot, almost overshadowing the protagonist herself. Zhao Liying's name carries enormous weight in the industry. After all, she built her career from humble beginnings, climbing her way up with determination and grit. Her journey, from bit parts to leading roles in the story of Minglon and Princess Agents, made her a symbol of perseverance. But success also brings leverage, and leverage brings control. According to insiders, Zhao wasn't just a performer in this production. She was also an investor. With financial stakes come creative authority, and that's where the story takes a darker twist. Rumors suggest Zhao had the power to influence the final edit, perhaps advocating for more screen time or restructuring scenes to emphasize her character. Whether it was a conscious decision or a strategic move to maintain her status, one thing's for sure, the balance of the narrative shifted, and Tan Songyun's role may have suffered the consequence. Anyone who's followed Chinese entertainment knows that what happens off-camera can be more dramatic than anything on screen. Behind the polished PR statements lies a world of quiet politics, where fame equals currency and alliances decide your destiny. Whispers about Zhao's assertive behavior aren't new. She's known for perfectionism, every frame, every line, meticulously curated. Some admire her professionalism, others call it dominance. A few industry veterans have even claimed that Zhao doesn't hesitate to step in during editing discussions, ensuring her image remains pristine. And when such rumors combine with her newfound role as investor, it paints a complicated picture, one where artistic control and ego collide. In an industry that worships image and influence, it's easy for ambition to blur into manipulation. The question remains, is Zhao protecting her legacy or rewriting someone else's? While Zhao commands headlines, Tan Songyun wins hearts. Her performances radiate warmth, vulnerability, and an authenticity that resonates with audiences tired of over-polished perfection. She doesn't chase controversy, she builds trust through emotional truth. That's why these rumors sting. For years, Tan worked tirelessly to step out of supporting roles and claim her place among the top-tier actresses. Her trajectory was steady, her growth undeniable, until now. If her scenes were truly cut to make room for Zhao, it's more than a career setback. It's a symbolic blow to every actor who believes that talent should speak louder than influence. Yet, true to her character, Tan has chosen silence. No interviews. No shade. Just quiet dignity, and that silence speaks volumes. Once the whispers hit Weibo, all hell broke loose. Tan's fans accused Zhao's camp of power abuse, flooding forums with hashtags like #JusticeForTanSongyun, and dissecting every leaked frame. They argued that Tan's emotional scenes, which were teased in early promotional cuts, had vanished in the new version. Meanwhile, Zhao's loyal supporters fought back fiercely, calling it slander. They insisted that Zhao's expanded role was a creative choice, not favoritism. She earned her place, one fan declared. Zhao doesn't steal, she delivers. The clash became a digital battlefield. Millions of posts, trending hashtags, even fan-edited videos comparing the two actresses' screen presence. What began as a professional rumor turned into a cultural storm, reflecting the deep emotional investment of viewers in their idols' fates.
Normali, Studios eckt fast wen Skandals erupt.
But this time, the production remained eerily quiet. No denials.
No Konfirmations.
Not even a vague press release to calm the storm. That silence only fueled speculation. Some interpreted it as guilt, others as fear. If nothing's wrong, one netizen asked, why not clarify? Insiders hint that internal conflicts may have tied the team's hands. When powerful investors are involved, even PR managers tread carefully. After all, angering a superstar like Zhao Liying could mean professional suicide. In the end, the lack of response became its own statement. It told the audience what no official memo dared to: something behind the scenes had definitely gone wrong. Zhao Liying's image has always been a paradox, the hard-working underdog who became a powerhouse, yet often shadowed by whispers of rivalry. For years, she's navigated the double-edged sword of fame, adored for her talent, scrutinized for her ambition. This controversy threatens to reopen old wounds. After previous remarks that sparked debate and a few strained collaborations, Zhao's brand is fragile. If the public starts viewing her as manipulative rather than meticulous, her long-earned goodwill could evaporate overnight. Still, some argue that she's merely playing by the industry's rules written by men, where women must fight twice as hard to hold their ground. If that's the case, Zhao's assertiveness isn't cruelty, it's survival. But to fans of Tan Songyun, that defense feels hollow, especially if their idol's light is dimmed in the process. Amid the chaos, Tan's silence has become her shield. While others shout, she endures, and that endurance has won her respect. Many fans see her as the embodiment of integrity in an industry obsessed with image. Her supporters flood social media not with anger alone but with love, posting clips of her past performances, reminding the world why she doesn't need scandals to shine. For them, Tan represents the rare kind of celebrity who lets her art speak for itself. And perhaps, that's her greatest power. Because when the drama finally airs, audiences won't just be watching the story, they'll be watching her, searching for the truth hidden between every line and glance. At its core, this saga is about more than two actresses. It's a reflection of how fame twists reality, how power reshapes creativity, and how even the most admired figures can be trapped by the image they built. Whether Zhao Liying is guilty of manipulation or merely misunderstood, the situation exposes the fragile ecosystem of modern entertainment, where friendship can be rivalry, and collaboration can turn into competition overnight. As audiences, we crave stories of empowerment, yet we're drawn to the chaos that undermines it. That paradox keeps the machine running, and both Zhao and Tan, in their own ways, are caught in it. So when the series finally premieres, remember, what you see on screen is only half the story. The real drama, the one that defines them, is happening right now, off-camera, in silence, behind every careful smile.
Outro, LVT-SHOWBIZ closing words.
Thank you for joining LVT-SHOWBIZ, where we dive beyond the headlines to uncover the beating heart of C entertainment. If you've made it this far, tell us in the comments, whose side are you on? Do you believe Zhao Liying is protecting her legacy, or did Tan Songyun fall victim to hidden power? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Every view helps us keep the spotlight shining on the stories that truly matter. Until next time, stay curious, stay sharp, and remember, in the world of fame, truth is often the first thing to disappear.